Okay, next in line will be the report generation. I'm gonna make this a bit bigger just to tell you how I would go about doing it. Okay, there are areas in this, or there are sections of this question 41 and anything like it that is done at the query level, and some are done at the report level. For example, I'm going to highlight here, this is done at the query level, this is done at the query level, or I can double check it at the query level. This is done at the query level, this is done at both. I can do it on the query or on the report. This is done at the report, this is done at the report. This could be done on both, and I'll point that out. This is done at the report. I'm going to unselect that. Report, 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 report. So in my query, I have to answer these questions. All right? The ones that are highlighted, as I said before, they could be done on both. Sometimes they could be mix and match. They don't have to be in order like they are now. Okay, so to produce this report, I actually have to start with creating a query. And as I said before, I always start with query design because I have more control over it. Click add, click close. Let's see. And here I'm mixing and matching. I'm going up and down to see what fields they want. So the question, in some cases, it's not chronological, as in you start from the top all the way to down. It says contains a new field called cost, but I don't have any fields here and there. So I check what fields are needed, and I put them in. In this case, category, country, code, product, stock, price, which is not there yet, so I'm going to put cost because I will do the price is there and cost will be calculated. This is what we have to do. So after I put whatever is needed, I go back to that question to actually make a calculation. And as I said before, this says contains a new field called cost, which is calculated at runtime. The field is price times reorder. Okay? Easy way. Easiest way. Whenever you put one field name, you put that field name in square brackets. So I'm going to open bracket and type price, close bracket, times, okay, reorder in bracket. And Nader is saying, well, this time it's actually, Zaid is saying, sir, why do you put brackets around it? It's not necessary in this case. But imagine if I had two words in the field name, and sometimes it happens, this has happened before, if you do not put the square bracket like this, it will actually tell you there is a mistake and it will not calculate. So be explicit all the time, you're never going to have a problem. Whether it's one word or two words, it's going to work. Okay? So I put the formula, I hit enter, and you will notice something will happen. I'm going to make this a bit bigger. Access by itself adds the name of the field, which is in this case expression1. Well, you can guess what we want this to be. Do you see the two dots? I don't touch them. We change expression1 to be cost, keep everything else as is, and let's check what happened. I'm going to run. Well, there is 800, so it's 16 times 24, which is 800. Okay, I go back to my design to continue. The next one will say, and sorry, the cost is actually 2 decimal places, so do not worry about that. You're already covered. I go back to my design. Next question is, has the cost field said that already? Shows only the records where the stock is 50 or less. Where is the stock? There's something called stock there. Less than or equal 50. That's number 1. And what I do to double check, I do less than or equal 50, and I run my query, and I look at the stock. Is it only less than or equal 50? Yes, it is. There's nothing above 50, which is good. I go back to my design. I'm just double checking that I'm doing this correctly. And if you do this in that order, you will have, you will be successful. Again, remember at the beginning we had 151 records. Well, how many records are they? They are 36. That means we narrowed it down. The next one will be the product is not a special order. What some people have done, they actually went there and just said, not special. Okay, let's see. Run. Nothing has changed. Okay, they're all still there. Well, because we're under the wrong field. There is actually a field called special. If you remember the yes no field, if I pull this up, you will actually see it. There is a field called special, and this has a yes or a no. So under here, the question says not a special order. That means it's got to be 0, right? And as you notice, when I put the 0, it changed into false. Let me view now. Do you notice that I'm down to 15 records? Not the 36 or the 151. I go back. I do not want, though, that special field to be to appear in the report. So I can just untick it from here. I run again, and I will see 15 records. This, I could say, this concludes the query, but there's just one little other thing that could be done here. And this is sorting the data into ascending order of code. And this could be done in here. There's a sort, and there's an order. I want it to be ascending, so I click on ascending. They actually give you the number. It says, I don't actually see code. Is there code there? Do you realize? Yes, there is code there actually. 7 at the top. They actually tell you what is the first record. In this case, it's 7 all the way up to 462, which is correct. I save this because I will use this as the basis of my report, which is coming up next, and I will talk to you in a bit.